G'day everyone, my name is Asian Dad, and right here we've got the new Dell Precision 7560. It's a 15-inch mobile workstation from Dell, and it's a piece of a computer. Now I've already unboxed the 17-inch version of this, which is the Dell Precision 7760, and that's a monster of a computer. So I've got a good idea what to expect for this Dell Precision 7560. Now I have also done the review for the Dell Latitude 7550, which is the previous model. I'll put a link in the description below to that video if you want to check that one out. And I will be creating a follow-up video of this Dell Precision 7560 after I've spent a bit of time with this one. Now this one is a particular model there. I have it configured in a special manner so I can actually get it compared to the Precision 5560, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later on. Now before I get started to the unboxing, I want to say big thank you to Dell ANZ team for sending me this Precision for review. After I've finished with this, I will be sending this unit back to Dell. And now, without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. As if you're new to my channel, welcome, and for those that know my channel, you know what to do. Let's get on with it. All right, again, away from myself. Now, I have accidentally hurt myself in the eye before this video here. So I've got a little bit of a swollen eye, but we'll carry on, can't we? All right, let's go with this slit from this side and the other side. The two slits, right stuff up. Shift the knife and let's get to this through here. Oh, I haven't actually managed to get the grip of it. There we go, got the grip of it. Okay, there we go. Oh, these things are getting a little hard this year to actually, they've got a better taping maybe, I have a feeling. All right, let's kind of move along here. Okay, now everyone knows in my channel, I'm actually going to try and be neat with this unboxing. I've had some comments about me throwing things around, so I'm not going to try and do that now. I'll show you my neat side of things. Now let's get on to the power. Let's get on to, let's have a look. Whoa, it's actually quite deep in this time around. Oh, I have to move it around this way. Can't actually pull it out. I've got, oh, there we go. There's a power cable. That's nothing different about that. What I'm really interested in is this power brick. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh. Oh, no, I've got it. Throw it away. I'm going to be neat. I'm going to put it down here. I'll put it back in. Right, what do we got? It's hidden away. Here we go. So I've got a 180 watt power adapter. That's not different from last year, and it is still a barrel style, which is good to see because they used to be able to deliver enough power to this thing. I have also noticed with the Precision, the 5760, that came with a 130 watt power adapter, and I do have the A3000 Quadro in that one there, and when I'm actually putting the graphics card on that one there, it's actually doing a battery drain even with it plugged in. So that 130 watt I don't think is enough. So I think this one with the 180 watt, that's going to be enough. That's good to see in a way. So I'm going to put it over right here. I'm trying to keep myself neat this time. And let's try and bring that computer out now. I'm going to put this over here as well. And oh, I've got the computer here. Now I'm going to leave it on the back here. And what else we got? And of course, we've got some documentation. I'm going to put that right back in, and I'm going to chuck this all back in here as well too. So let's chuck this one back in, and I'll calmly put this down. All right, now let's kind of bring this out. Sorry for the big noise. All right, that's the nice little sticker, and oh, still got a bit of weight to it, that's for sure. Now I'm just going to pop that down on the floor. All right, now, whew, I like the finish of the 7000 series for the Precision. That's quite nice. It's all aluminium. I can feel that straight away. It's all brushed aluminium. Very, very, very premium aluminium. You can feel it all the way through. So even the top is aluminium. Brush aluminium all the way along the sides. It's beautiful there. And again, at the bottom here, now I can see the big, massive grill side. Like I said, the 17-inch had the same thing, and 15 is just only a 15-inch version of it. All right, let's have a look at the ports first off, okay? So looking on the left-hand side, what do we got here? We've got two Thunderbolt 4 ports. Now that is the new part of the 7560. It's now moved from, of course, with the processors gone to the 11th gen Intel core. So of course, this has the Thunderbolt 4s. And of course, that's USB Type-C. And then we've got, what is that? And then we have a mysterious slot. I've got to read out what is that slot there for. I think that one's for the smart card reader there for a second. So looking on the back end of the computer, we've got the two big exhausts again. I like that because that gives good cooling. And then we've got the AC barrel port for the power. And then we've got the RJ45 Ethernet port, so that's on lever system. And then we've got the full-size HDMI port. Now this is version 2.1. Now, like I said in the Precision 7760, that's actually a big change. Version 2 only can do a maximum bandwidth of 18 gigabits. Version 2.1 can do 48 gigabits. So you can actually drive some big screens and push some really serious data through that. So definitely it's a big upgrade for sure in this year's model. And then we've got the mini display port, that's version 1.4. And then looking on the right hand side, we've got the security lock slot, and then two USB type A ports, which are USB 3.2 Gen 1. And then on the right one, it can do power share. And then we've got the headphone jack. It's good to see they've still got the headphone jack. And then the full-size SD card reader. And looking at the front, we've got the diagnostic light on the very right hand side there. But else, that's pretty much about it. So that overall, that's really nice to see. Still got lots of good ports there. Of course, we are quite thick, so we can do it. So you don't really need to carry dongles around. It's really nice to see. All right, let's test out the hinge and let's do the one finger test. So first off, let's just get in the middle, and that's pretty smooth all the way through. That is pretty smooth. And it pretty much goes up to this, which is about, what do you say, 145 degrees for the lid, which is no different from the previous model. And I'll just do that one more time, and it does clamp pretty well. So, oh, it does actually take a little bit, and that's pretty sweet. It's very sweet. And it is double hinged on the side, on each side as well too. Now, have a look. Doing my little wiggle tests, you can see it's actually clamping very well. It's not letting go there, so it's good. I like the hinge on these things. They do last quite a bit anyway. So anyway, before I do get on, for the people who want to see the footprint of this, just compared to the Precision 5560, I might as well just do that right now. So I've got the Precision 5560 right here. Because they're both 15 inches. So I'm just gonna bring this thing over here. I don't know which one's bigger, so I'm actually gonna take a guess. I'm gonna put the 5560 in front, okay? And we've got the 7550 behind. So hopefully you'll get to see the footprint size difference there, of course. And then, of course, we're gonna try and just show you the thickness size difference here. So, of course, the 5560 is a lot more thinner, and also it carries a lot less weight as well too. So let's just give you a quick dimension size difference so you can see them side by side. And we'll just put this one away, the Precision 5560, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on anyway. So I'm not going to actually try and put this on my monitor arm, because with I knew from the 7760 that was because of the thickness. I need to talk to Zen Space Test to maybe make them a little bit thicker for the little arm things, just so it doesn't fall down anyway. So we'll see what we can do. Anyway, I'm going to hold this in and let's open it up and have a look at the keyboard. So the keyboard is a full-size keyboard. It's great to see they've got a full-size keyboard with the number pad on the right. We know we're in serious business because we've got a number pad. I like that because a lot of these things are used for data entry, and of course we do a lot of professional work, still use a lot of numbers, and I do it as well too. It's good to see that. Just to let you know that the power button is on the very right hand side, top right hand side. You don't get the problem where it's replacing the delete key, because you've got a few other buttons in between before the delete key as well too. That's kind of cool. Now I do also know that the fingerprint scanner is actually not integrated. It's actually located on the hill. I haven't got it configured in this particular one, but it is usually located near where the logo is for that there. And as for the keys, all very nice and smooth. Hasn't changed from the last year's model one, which is this 7550. Hasn't really changed that. It's got nice, good key travel as well too, and it's a bit spongy, just like last year here. It's quite quiet as well too, so I've got to say it's good. And we've got the speakers on top. It's just 2 speaker system there. And then we've got this trackpad. Now this trackpad is smooth, feels like glass. I like the feel of it. Now people might think this might be small. It's not. It's just because the size of this computer is quite large. It actually looks small, but it's actually a very nice, decent size as well too. Yeah, and it is offset to the left because, of course, you usually would put your home keys on the 2 sides of this one here. Now, as for the palm rest, it's got that bit of a felt feel to it, felt feel to it. It's got a bit of felt rubberish feel to it. It's quite nice. It's got a bit of grip there as well too. It'll last for the test of time. They're very durable usually anyway, so as well too. And then we've got the 3 buttons at the bottom to actually support that. Now this trackpad is not mechanical, so you can't depress it down, just to let you know. And of course it's nice to see they've still got the middle click button for a lot of the professional work, still use the middle click button there. Now I'm going to show you how sturdy this thing is. I can't really twist it that well anyway, and I might as well just show you with the these things. That's actually very strong. It's barely made much of a bend down or flex in a way, what you call it. So that's really good. These things are very durable, I can definitely tell you that. Still pretty held this thing. Now, I don't know, do you like the look of these? I think I was asked that question in my live stream, and I think personally they look pretty smooth, very professional, very simple and nice. I think that's kind of good. So cool, it is a big thing, but when you walk into a boardroom with this, or even to a meeting, they know you're in serious business. No, you're not there for fun. They know you are serious. So the size of this thing is nice as well too. Now I do have this one configured with an i9. So also while I'm at it, to tell you what really is the difference between this year's model and the previous year's model is the actual processor. It now carries the new Intel 11th Gen Tiger Lake H processor, and I've had some very good success on performance, and you'll see that when I do the teaser for the benchmarks as well too. And also with the Quadros, it's been upgraded to this year's one here. You'll see the name change as well, which are now the A2000, A3000, A4000, A5000. Now these ones you can get anywhere between an i5, i7, i9, or even the Xeon as well. And of course the RAM go up to maximum capacity of 128 gigs. With the Xeon you can get the ECC RAM with it as well too. Now again, support up to 3 M.2 slots for the SSD, which is great to see. And unfortunately, this is where the sad face comes in. Still a 720p webcam. Please Dell, let's upgrade to a full HD webcam for next year model. We're doing more content creation, we're doing more video conferencing. Let's upgrade that webcam on this expensive machine. So I don't think it would be nice, even just have an option to go to 1080p would be fantastic as well too. And of course got Wi-Fi 6 as well too, so it's got all the nice latest greatest things on it. And there is, of course, there's the V Pro version of the processor as well too for the businesses. Of course I've got the computer all set up, and I just want to make a quick mention about the display. It is still a 16:9 aspect ratio, and it's probably what's preferred by a lot of professional applications. And as for the bezel wise, you've got a bit of bezel on top and a bit of bezel on the bottom, but on the side it's quite narrow, the actual bezel itself. There's a few options with the display. Of course you can go up to about 600 nit brightness for the 4K. Now there's also a low one which is about 220 nits for the full HD version. I've got right here is the 500 nits of brightness as well, and I'll probably do a bit of a color test for that on this particular display. Now as for the speaker test, let's get on with it. Now I've got this volume set to about 50% level, and let's have a listen to it now. Yeah, it's pretty much very similar to the Precision 7760. I think they may have actually reused the actual speakers there. It's actually quite balanced. There's a bit of bass, not like a heavy amount of bass, but it's actually quite balanced speakers here. I will be doing the full speaker test and also see how loud this speakers will go in the review video. performing the quick benchmarks on the Dell Precision 7560 out of the box with the i9-11950H processor. We can see that the scores does score higher than the i9 in the Precision 5760, and it's also good to see that the i9 in the 7560 also scores higher than the i7 in the Precision 5560, which the 5560 i7 score higher than the i9 of the Precision 5760. So the i9 in the Precision 7560 may be the fastest of them all so far. After unboxing the 7560, I was very excited to actually test out the stability performance of the new i9 processor. Now, normally I'll leave this in the review video, but what happened pretty much shocked me. And I really did love the Dell Precision 5550, which is the predecessor of this 5560. So I'm just going to demonstrate this to you. At the moment, I've got the Dell power management and I've got the thermal management set to ultra performance. And as my normal tests, when I stress this computer out, I put the processor, RAM, hard drive, and the discrete graphics, if it has one, I'll put it on 100% load. So I'm just going to start that process off now, and we're going to see the performance of this CPU. So we can see it goes up to about 4.4 gigahertz. Now, if it's single core, it would hit around about 5 gigahertz, but this is running multi-core. So I'm just going to put this over to stress test so you can actually see the temperatures, internal temperatures of this processor. So just hit within 20 seconds, you're pretty much hitting around about above 90 degrees Celsius. So it runs quite hot straight away. And of course, we're now hitting around about a 4 gigahertz. And now, as you can see, within 30 seconds, we are now down below base clock speed straight away. And I've still got the thermal management set to ultra performance, and it is just barely holding this thing up at base clock speed. Now, in my 7550 video, that was an i7, and that was able to hold 3.6 gigahertz, about that stable for very long extended period times. As you can see, we're barely even hit 30 seconds and we're already down to base clock speeds or under base clock speeds. So I want to, and now it's starting to build itself back up, so but most of the time we'll sit around about 2.5 to 2.6 gigahertz and barely recover from that. Now, like I said, I am going to bring this attention to Dell because I do wish this computer the best, because it is for performance, and this is a performance issue. And I'm just doing my due diligence. The computer is still set to ultra performance, and it is on mains power still, and it's set to best performance here. And I'm just going to use Citybench to just run only the processor for the i9 here. And I'm just going to do the multi-core just to show to if it's just, is it because of the discrete graphics that's causing the issue or not. So at the moment, I'm just going to start that off. And we've got 4 gigahertz, and then it's gone to about 3.8 gigahertz. And I'm just going to let this run for a little bit of time, and we'll see how long this is able to last for. It doesn't take too long, as we saw before. It only took about 30 seconds or so. So this, we'll see how that runs with just the multi-core without even having the discrete graphics running at all. So we're just going to use the timer here. As you can see, about 40 seconds there. You can straight away see we've gone below the base clock speed straight up very quickly. So about 40-second mark, and we're below the clock speed. So that's using multi-core. And just to let you see the single core performance, again, we're under the same conditions for the power manager on performance. And I'm just going to start this single core process on Citybench, and we can go up to see how fast this processor can run. It's about 4.6 gigahertz at the moment. The single core task has been running for over 7 minutes, as you can see from here, and it's pretty much got a very stable 4.5 to about 4.6 gigahertz in speed for this i9. So my advice is, if the applications you mostly run on multi-core, look at the i7 or the Xeon version of this Precision 7560. If you do run mostly single core and you need the high burst, then the i9's okay. But I will bring this to attention to Dell to maybe have this looked at for this i9. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and of course I will be creating a review video of this, and then probably a few videos just to show you the different parts as well too, to make it easier for you guys. Now, if you enjoy this video or if you find it informative, do support my channel by hitting that like button, or even to share it out. And of course, if you haven't done already, subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button on the screen. I do try to upload a new video every week. And just remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.